And now, your local weather expert forecast on the Eyewitness News, named Best Local Weather Coverage in America by Broadcasting and Cable Magazine.
Yeah, looking at all the talk of the tropics, our weather has been gorgeous. It was a little warmer today, 83 degrees though, and still below our average. Morning low 68 degrees, and again had some 50s on the North Shore. Dropped down to 52 degrees at Slidell. It was not 73 at Hammond this morning. Had some errors on their observing station because we were well into the low 50s north of the lake to start the day, and a lot of sunshine once again this afternoon. Current temperatures 83 degrees, humidity still low. That'll change slightly over the coming days as the humidity will begin to come up a little bit, but not dramatically. We'll start to see the temperatures in the afternoon coming up a few degrees as well before another cold front moving through. 70s if you're near the water and lower to mid 80s elsewhere. Dew points still low. We still have that relatively dry air in place, but we are starting to see kind of a shift in the pattern to where dew points will be coming up a bit. Now, if dew points were getting into the 70s, that would be the muggy air coming back. Low 60s, that really is not bad, and that's probably about where we'll top off for the rest of the week before another front on by the end of the weekend, or end of the weekend, into the weekend. Northerly winds, but light. Start to see kind of a light wind more out of the east in the coming days, and that will start bringing back some of the Gulf moisture. The reason for that, big upper level low, which had been really reinforcing that northerly pattern, is starting to lift away, and in its place, we're getting this westerly flow aloft and an upper high building in. All will help to kind of warm temperatures up a little bit. It'll be actually this westerly flow aloft that may bring in a little more cloudiness during the day tomorrow, and then the high will keep our temperatures kind of gradually increasing, although notice the high fairly weak, and it actually starts to diminish as we head toward the end of the week. Upper troughing is going to send a cold front on through. Not a very deep trough, but enough to knock our high temperatures once again into the upper 70s, low 80s, and also knock the humidity down once again. As I'm mentioning that westerly flow, note the model does start to bring in a little more cloudiness late tonight and more so overnight. Not overcast skies, but does look to be maybe a little more cloudiness with maybe a stray shower or two. I'm keeping rain chances out of the forecast for tomorrow, just so dry. And as a matter of fact, I'm keeping rain out of the forecast for at least the next 7 days. So if you were hoping on some rainfall, not going to get it in the next 7 days. And kind of an interesting graphic looking at average rainfall totals by month. October is our driest month, so we're kind of right on track as a dry trend will continue on into the at least next 7 days, kind of even going beyond. 2 tropical waves that the Hurricane Center is monitoring. One that is way out in the eastern Atlantic, doesn't look like it's going to threaten land anytime soon, or if at all. And then another wave, which had been given a medium % chance of developing, has been lowered by the Hurricane Center. Keeping an eye on it only because it does look like it'll be moving toward the Caribbean. This is Invest 91. Note the models that do bring it into the Caribbean. Either keep it very close to the coast of Central or South America, or kind of drift it inland or drift it further west, and then eventually making its way toward Central America as we head toward maybe the middle to end of next week. This is Monday of next week. This is a full 7 days out. What are the 2 main models that we use, the GFS and the Euro? Not much. Neither very aggressive with anything really forming. In fact, once it crosses it into the Caribbean, Euro GFS have a fairly weak, almost unorganized system. The Euro kind of picks on maybe something trying to get going, whereas the GFS, not much. So neither model is very aggressive with anything really trying to form. And it looks like the upper pattern for us as we continue through our forecast period will really favor anything in the tropics staying well away from us. October 15th is kind of our magical day, because once we get past that, history says we really don't see any of the evacuation type storms threaten the central Gulf Coast. Let's see if that will be the case. We're getting closer, and we do know that there is going to be an end of the season not too far away. High temperatures over the next couple of days will be increasing to the mid, maybe some upper 80s by Friday, but then with that front, we cool down just in time for the weekend and continuing into early next week.